You know, let's go beyond Epic. So, you know, I figure, you know, putting yourself in the hospital a few years in a row just behind all the hard work you do, whether it's touching about 1,000 kids a year, you know, working, you know, all around Northeast Ohio in a positive way per se. You know, a lot of this stuff, people's like, man, how do you do what you do? You know, how do you do Mind Flight? How do you be a principal? How do you be, an adjunct at a college and be an instructor at another studio and be, I was a visiting artist at a lot of, Cleveland State, Hathaway Brown, a lot of schools just around, Cleveland. So, like, how do you do all that in 1 year and still be you, still go out, still have fun, still promote, still market, still make Mind Flight, still make albums? I think a lot of people, respected me because I was recruited here for baseball originally, then tried out for basketball, then played basketball here at Lake Erie. And then what ended up happening was, everybody respected the fact that I stayed, with North, the underdogs. As an artist, I'm just somebody who, I give an experience of, basically what's real, obviously, but what I've been through, I can't say I've been in, a million gunfights and shot this person and did all this or sold this amount of drugs or this, that. No knock to what people do, but what I'm saying, that's just not who I am. So what I do, I make music, make it, that can reach to someone in the hood who, may struggle, because obviously emotion is one thing that attaches, whether it's the hood, suburbs, rural areas, wherever. Emotions, is something that, connects us all. So I speak, with an emotion, from an emotional standpoint, talk about what's real, and then, go to the party side, which that's also something we all like to do as well. So, that's me all in between, being the underdog, actually having something, feeling good about yourself, struggling, and then actually accomplishing something behind it. Mind Flight was such a piece for me because here, I remember somebody from, I think it was Pittsburgh told me like, oh yeah, somebody from Akron is gonna rap. You know what I'm saying? Somebody from Akron is gonna do music. Okay. And I just bit my tongue at that point in time, but action speaks so much louder, so I really just stopped talking after a while and started doing it. It was like a period for me where, I had got out of college, I was a gym teacher trying to find myself. I didn't want to follow the cliche because, every quote unquote, everybody raps, which is hilarious to me, but I've always been that person, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it my way and I'm gonna own it. For Mind Flight, it was like I was gonna take people's minds on something that they never been before, where it's like one of them albums where you can just pop it in and it's like, wow, he gave me a little bit of everything. So, it was who I am, meaning I can go sit down in a business suit, meaning I can go and, go to, my people's playing beer pong, or I can go, sit at a classy restaurant, whatever. I can go talk to a girl, I can go talk to whoever, so that's what Mind Flight was, taking everybody, putting everybody in my mind, and then just gearing them up for that flight, like, wow, like, okay. So it goes to, I start off with, Hear Me Soar, you know what I mean? Meaning, Mind Flight. Obviously, I don't even want people to see me fly or be fly. I just want you to hear me soar. And I got this when I was 16, and it's just the battles of, the dualities of life, You're conscious. You're like, wow, what's right, and it's called Believe in Something. I was in the studio and I almost was in tears when I sang that song because I explained, like, the youngest principal in the world, do I give that up to a microphone in a dream? People like, what the fuck? This dude is messing up. That is a salary. But inside of the system, there's so much casualty. So I skedaddle to a saddle right off to this mic and take my mind on the flight and be back in a couple nights. Howard turned into H, my hoodies in my cape. Then all of a sudden, I get a breath of faith. Then I believe in the dream I had at 13 when my mom was broke and my dad was unseen. I would exemplify the life that I dream. I would break the mold of the norm, dream reality. And this is what I see. It wasn't HD and this is HB, so please pray for me because I am H, I am Howard. There's no faking this. I work with kids every day, but I'm still grown as shit. So if I die, I live through them or through this, and it's H. And that's how this song ends. Like, that's how the whole CD ends, and you hear a plane take off, and that's Mind Flight for you. Where I see myself taking all this is just creating my own record label, signing, new artists, and giving them that opportunity. Because me, I have a fallback plan, my friend Maddox said, he said, H, you got your degree. Some of us, this is all we got. So I think one of the most insightful things and most wholehearted, pleasurable feelings that I get is putting people in the position to fly. I see myself, putting people in great positions with the music and actually training artists, taking a young lady, working with her, building her up, teaching her how to dance, taking a young man, just creating moguls, you know what I'm saying? And then just sitting back like, wow, thank you, and if that don't work, then I'll definitely, collaborate with, people who I know to create a performing arts school. Or a performing arts school, or like an after school, like program where it takes, it combines the creativity aspect of people with the, the educational, academic side of it. Why are you not conforming, basically what they're asking? And I'm like, I don't want my individuals to conform. I want them to be accepted, because that's how I was. Unfortunately, I have to put on a suit every day. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, this is the stuff I have to do. I wish I could be creative. You know what I'm saying? But then, when they start to see, when you give people these opportunities to let them be themselves and their mind just bloom, it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? That's amazing. If I could teach them that perfect medium to have that fallback plan and be creative, we're in trouble. What I say is, do not let me get into a position of power. I'm going to change everything.